Hey guys, Zom Fox here. And today I'm going to be doing a video just talking about the broadcast of yesterday's first ever USFL game. So I'm not going to talk about the actual game itself. I'm going to do that with the other three games and a review of all four games. So today is just about the actual broadcast and what I think of it. The new innovations, the new techniques, the changing of some of them, and what I overall think of them. So, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing to mention is the mic'd up coaches and players. So about like 16 players are mic'd up on both teams, and the coaches are mic'd up. Throughout the entire broadcast, you can hear the coaches almost perfectly, and they're speaking to the quarterback. They're talking about the plays and the different ways they talk. Especially since in the USFL, the mics in the headset between the quarterback and coach don't cut off at 15 seconds like they do in the NFL. So they talk a lot more about like reading defenses and stuff, and I think it's a really unique thing. Now, this is something I both like and dislike. So, what I dislike is the fact that when the commentators are talking, you still hear the coaches talking, which can lead to some clashing impacts of either you're trying to listen to the coach and hear how they speak and what they do, but you're hearing the commentators, or the commentators are trying to talk about something and you hear that noise from the coaches. But the positive to that is what they showed in the third quarter. So during a general's drive in the third quarter, that was like a 7 minute drive, they went to the general's comms, as they pretty much called it, and they just let you listen into the entire drive. The commentators spoke, I believe it was like literally 3 sentences the entire drive. It was just hearing the quarterback talk to the coach, whether that was Luis Perez or it was mainly DeAndre Johnson, and they were just talking the entire way with Mike Riley, and you heard him talking to his assistants, and it was just a really unique feel to actually feel like you were on the sideline listening to it. And that's what I really like about those mic'd up here feelings and stuff like that, is that it felt so real because it was real. You didn't have the commentator trying to say, oh, this is what it is, but when they also had that, which is another positive, even though them talking at the same time as the coaches for most of the game was kind of annoying, Joel Klatt did a really great job at pulling, I guess, like a Tony Romo, where he's like predicting plays, but the difference is he'd hear what the coach says and he immediately knew what those meant. Whether it be like him calling Zeus or I forgot the other one, and it was like, oh, that's which quarterback's going to go in, and then certain calls would be a power, certain calls would be a play action, a flood, and stuff like that. It was a really cool experience. So I think overall it's a positive, though when they're just talking about normal commentating over the game and you hear the coaches talking, it can be a little clashing. The next thing I want to talk about are the camera angles. So the one camera angle I didn't like was the drones through the field goals. I think the kickoffs were okay, but during the field goals they had a couple of drone footage shots, and it really was something I wasn't a fan of because the overhead view is the best view of a kick for a field goal because you see exactly where the ball is going from a straight angle. When you use a drone that's positioned to the right or the left of the goalposts, it can make the ball seem like it's going somewhere else, so you don't know exactly where it's going to go. Now, if you're Nick Rose and you're just completely whiffing by like 15 yards, it's different. But like for most of the kicks, PATs, you couldn't tell where it was going because the angle is so weird. Now, the positives, I do like them on the kickoffs. I like how you can see the plays go in a different way when they like want to use different angles of it. And I also do like the helmet cams. I think they use them just enough. They shouldn't overuse them because essentially a helmet cam, yes, it does provide you with an idea of what they're seeing, but it doesn't account for like your eye movements naturally. So like if a player's looking at his left, you're only seeing straight ahead. And that's the one problem I see with it if you keep using it like more than just a couple times a game. But just showing it for certain plays I think is a really nice thing to have. So those were like the two main things, but then there's also the replay booth. They only use it a little bit, but essentially almost every play is just reviewed by the booth, and when they had it happen like one time, it was done insanely fast for hit on, I believe it was Alex Magoo. He got hit when he was trying to slide, and they immediately reviewed it, and it was like within like literally like 10 seconds, they already confirmed it, and it was really nice. Pace of the game was great as well, and I think it's a lot to do with how they have like the TV stuff. It just felt like the game went really smoothly, and that's something I really did enjoy watching it. The play was like professional football to me. It really did look like it was great. And to put it simply, it was a really nice way to broadcast a game. I enjoyed Joel Klatt and Kurt Menefee in the booth. I think Jason Garrett did a fine job as the halftime guy, and I think overall it was definitely a positive to showcase to the world about how this league's going to perform. Because of all the new cameras and like the mic'd up stuff, you make this league truly feel like its own thing, because not even the NFL does that. And I really do hope the NFL incorporates the mic'd up thing, especially. I think it'd be really cool to see. Overall, I think the broadcast was a really solid job, and I'm looking forward to watching the other games today, as this being recorded before any of the games happen on Sunday. So I just wanted to talk about this for a bit, and let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do a video recapping United by Football. I might do it, I might not. If you guys do want me to do it, I'll definitely do it. And then in the next coming days, I'll review some of the games of the week and the big things about them, and then stuff like that. Thank you guys for 100 subscribers as well. And if you guys enjoy this content, want to be notified as soon as I upload, make sure to subscribe and then hit the bell so you'll be notified anytime I post a video. And remember to have a great night.